Now, as the World Trade Organization Ministerial Conference begins next week, there are expectations that the meeting will help inject at least 2.6 billion shillings into the Kenyan economy. But what is in it for ordinary traders and farmers? Well, KTN's Kenyan looks at the lot of farmers and what they are grappling with.
Mzee Koto Koto enjoys his tea as much as his old age. He's been farming since the 70s. What time has taught him, he says, is that the more things change, the more they become the same. At his home in Uasin Gishu County, one of the country's breadbasket, this is the output of his 10-acre land he harvested recently.
Nafuna kunia 20 kwa kila eka. Na nikitoa karama yote naweza pakia kama 5,000.
That's as good as it can get. Mzee Koto Koto uses at least 12,000 shillings on an acre. That's good news when the government has issued some subsidy on the farming input. But it's not good enough. His maize is in the store. The prices are too low to make any profit.
Kwa maana kazi ya mahindi hasara mara unaweka mbolea, una spray, unakata kuenda kwa stake.
His story in this part of the country is very common, shared by many who are looking into alternatives to maize farming.
Kwa hivyo mimi naona kazi ya ng'ombe ni rahisi kuliko mahindi.
The 10th World Trade Organization will be held in Nairobi, Kenya from the 15th to 18th of December 2015. The WTO, an international intergovernmental organization dealing with the formulation and implementation of international trade rules, should have some impact on such farmers.
The idea behind the creation of WTO is very noble. If you look at even the content of those agreements, the content of what is there in the WTO, everything is okay. But now the real issue is the hypocrisy that exists within those powerful nations.
Isaac Keror is an economist and development studies specialist. The meeting, he says, never favors developing countries like Kenya, opting instead for regional adjustments to make agriculture more favorable to farmers.
The cost of producing maize in Uganda is very low because of climate. The cost of producing maize in Uganda is very low because of fertility. But the cost of production in Kenya is very high. Say that even with this subsidy, it doesn't save. We allow specialization to take place so that maybe farmers in the near future will be told if Uganda is producing this, and remember we are members of East Africa community, if Uganda will be told to specialize in maize as we change into other products that are very marketable, and again time they will save us a lot of costs of production.
One of the WTO's objective is to raise the standards of living for its members. Keror says conversations at the conference should be more genuine, especially among developed countries.
These people are there to promote their trade, not to help us progress. And if it was there, 1995 to 2015 is around 20 years. Meaning that as Africans, Latin America and other developing countries would have had very smooth flow of goods from from developed to developed country.
Mzee Koto Koto says he is learning other alternatives. He is now wiser and has diversified his agribusiness to more than just maize farming. One day, he says, he will only plant maize for food, not for sale. Kenyan, KTN News, Uasin Gishu County.